right, welcome everybody to another episode of the Channel 135 podcast. This is a show we talk about our favorite things in life, movies, TV series, and pop culture. I'm your host Cams, and I'm here also straight out of Ranui. Eric, what's up, my man?
What's up, bro?
Man, it's been bipolar weather, man. Like for the last couple of weeks, man, it's been suckful, man. We had just finished a long weekend. We had Monday off. That was the Auckland anniversary. And it was rat shit, bro. I didn't do nothing all weekend, man. We were supposed to go to a family beach trip in the weekend, but it got cancelled. So all I did, man, all I did was stay home and watch movies. Saturday and Sunday. I'm trying to watch all the nominated Best Picture movies for the Oscars. So got around to watch a couple of them. I watched F1, Frankenstein, Sentimental Value, and I finished watching The Secret Agent.
Secret Agent?
Yeah. It's a movie from Brazil. It's a foreign movie. And this movie, Secret Agent, is a Brazilian film. And it's based in the 70s. And it's about him. He's a professor. Because back in the 70s in Brazil, the government was like a dictatorship.
Yep.
Like a military dictatorship. So they weren't a real good government back then in the 70s, or like if you spoke out against them, you'll be put in jail. It's those kind of stuff. It's that kind of stuff.
Yeah, gotcha.
So I would say it ticks the boxes for Best Picture, man, because it's not actually straightforward. There's a part that's out the gate. There's a bit in the movie that's out the gate, like it's so absurd and so violent and just crazy. There's a crazy scene that doesn't make sense, but it's part of it's like an art form thing. But the ending, like the climax to the movie, is what got me, because it's not your conventional ending to a thriller film. It's sort of anticlimactic, but it's not at the same time. But I think that's what it's a different movie. It's different. It's different in the way it's shot and the way this tells a story. It's like, you get your movies where it builds up to the ending.
Yeah.
Well, the ending is like it's sort of like it's not what you think an ending is with this type of movie. It's not your typical ending at all, and it's so different. It's like, shit, is that it? But there's a bit at the end where it just all makes sense. You know what I mean? I can't explain it. You have to watch it. But yeah, man, that's Secret Agent. It's in Brazilian, so it's subtitled. It's 2 hours 40 minutes, so it's pretty long. But I enjoyed it, and I figured why it's got nominated for Best Picture, because it is based around a real time in Brazil. And the story around it is pretty good too. It's pretty layered, and the actor Mora, he's nominated for Best Actor as well. And
okay.
I was thinking about him being nominated Best Actor, and I was looking for him, because he doesn't. And I know why he's got nominated as Best Actor, because again, it's all in the ending, the unconventional ending.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a disappointing ending without being disappointing, if you know what I mean. It's like shit, but it all works out. It's just different, man. It's just different. So yeah, that's The Secret Agent I watched. So you watched a movie that was nominated, but just the actress, so Kate Hudson, she's been nominated for Best Actress in her role. She plays a singer in the movie.
Song Sung Blue.
Song Sung Blue. Yeah, she plays alongside Hugh Jackman,
Yep.
So it's co-starring, Kate Hudson and Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman didn't get nominated, but Kate Hudson did.
Yep.
And yeah, man, I watched the movie. I liked it, I liked it. It's a fun, feel good story, and I mentioned last podcast, like Kate Hudson, she was awesome as a singer.
Because she was mean.
The movie's about two singers. They're like a cover band. They do like impress. They go around tours with singers who are impersonators, right?
Yep.
But the Hugh Jackman character, he wants to do his own thing. He doesn't want to be impersonated. He wants to be his own person, but sing Neil Diamond songs. And he gets Kate Hudson to join him as a tandem. So they go around, and it's just about them. And they get married, and it's just about their trials and tribulations, being a couple and being in this career. Hey, just singing and
it was cool how her character pointed it out, like an interpreter of Neil Diamond. Not acting like Neil Diamond, but singing his songs, but in their way.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's like it was pretty cool. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Yeah, you were right, man. Kate Hudson can sing. She's got a hell of a voice, bro. Shit, kept on getting better throughout the movie towards the end.
Yeah, and she is nominated for Best Actress, and you can tell why.
Hard, easy. I'm surprised Hugh Jackman didn't get one, but he did it. I reckon he was pretty good in that too.
So what did you like about that film?
Bro, it's just Kate Hudson and her singing. The story was pretty solid. There were some unexpected parts in it, like especially the sad parts. Like I didn't expect that, and then to expect it again. I was like shit. But I kind of figured they were kind of feeding it through in the early parts of the movie, so I was getting, oh no, now I have to refer back to this particular moment because it means something towards the end of the eve, and I was right. So it's like, no, it had all the feels. Had the good vibes, the sad vibes and everything, but triumphant vibes. So it was a feel good movie.
But now you get this one, Song Sung Blue, which is not they're not world famous, Not world, they're like famous in their state.
Yeah, Milwaukee.
And,
Milwaukee.
And it's just about them, but it's pretty cool because I think it's all the same themes, Like the trying to make it in the industry, it's how do you say it? It's a working class movie, because they're not rich, but they're not poor. They're like middle class, and they're just trying to make ends meet, and and their love for singing, his love for singing Neil Diamond songs. And man, we know when some of these Neil Diamond songs we grew up with, and man, some of them I haven't heard in ages, and I sang along to them sometimes. Like
that particular song, there was a song like he wanted to always start off with it. That was it, Solomon. He always said, we gotta start singing this song, and they were like, what? No one knows that song. But he's like, no, we have to do it. We have to do this song.
It's a gospel song that Neil Diamond sang,
Yeah, and he kept on singing it, and he just kept on doing it no matter what. And then everybody clicked, and towards the end, they were like, oh yeah, this song's the jam. That was crack,
The Cherry song I liked. That was a cool song. The Cherry, and then there's the ones that sing in the bars,
Yeah. Far.
Sweet Caroline. Like everyone
They went for ages.
But I was thinking, because I didn't know when I was watching the movie. I thought it was in the 70s. This was happening until the Pearl Jam. They were going to open for Pearl Jam, and of course Pearl Jam's in the 90s.
90s, yeah.
So that's what I thought. Oh fuck, this is the 90s. This is not the 70s. Yeah. So, but then when they open for Pearl Jam, they sort of get famous in their state. It was not that scene when things are going good and characters in these type of movies, they always have a montage.
Yeah.
And they just show the stuff that all the gigs they've been doing, and all the bars they've been doing at the bars, and everyone's singing Sweet Caroline, like the whole bar. And that's probably where that Sweet Caroline singing at the bar came from.
Come from, yeah.
Like everybody knows how to sing it. Yeah.
Was it? I think it was for a car ad or something like that. But I remember it, yeah.
Yeah. So, sometimes it comes from that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And then at the football stadiums and they play Sweet Caroline. It's a song everyone knows and everyone sings along to it when you're drunk in at the bar.
Yeah, easy lyrics, bro. You can remember it off by heart. If you haven't heard the song in ages.
So good.
Yeah,
everyone knows how to do the so good in between. Yeah, man, I like that movie, man. It didn't get nominated for Best Picture, but man, there's tough competition, man. Those 10 movies, the Best Picture.
Yeah,
maybe you could swap it for F1. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they got projected top 5 now. So there's Sentimental Values, Mighty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and F1.
Have they got Sentimental Value at number 1?
Nah, it's projected in the top 5.
Oh,
So yeah, it's not necessarily who's gonna take what, but that looks like the top 5 at the moment. So you never know. Song Sung Blue might end up there by the end of the week. Who knows?
mm,
Anything can happen in the Oscar awards.
yeah. So yeah, man. Anything else about that film, Sung Sung Blue?
Nah, well, yeah, it's just a good movie. Yeah, it's a good. Yeah, if you like those kind of singing movies, right? Because I'm not really a big fan of these movies.
Yeah.
So it took me a while to get into it until it was probably a good 20 or 40 minutes into the movie. Then I started, man, this movie's pretty good.
Mm.
And I really settled in and I got immersed into it really well. So yeah, I enjoyed it. For a guy that doesn't like these kind of movies, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, man, I enjoyed it. It was a good film to engage, and I really liked seeing Chris Moltisanti there. Like he's the mate
Chris, yes,
from
yes,
Sopranos,
yeah.
doing his buddy Holly.
Oh yeah, that was a bit nutty. And who was the shit? I forgot the comedian. I forgot his name. He was the one that actually took him on, the manager. I forgot the actor's name. It's good to see him. I haven't seen him on screen in years.
Hmm.
I forgot his name actually. Shit.
I saw James Belushi on there.
Yeah, that's the one.
Is that
That's
him?
the
Ah,
yeah. He was like the producer or something.
Yeah.
He gave them, on conditions of, they sung Sweet Caroline.
Hmm.
Man, it worked out for him too in the end, eh?
Nice. Yep. Song Song Blue. Go watch that one. I mentioned what I'm trying to watch. I'm trying to watch all the nominated Best Picture movies.
Yeah.
I've got 2 more to go. I've got Mighty Supreme and Hamnet.
Yeah,
A friend of mine at work went to watch Hamnet.
Yeah.
And he said, "Bro, it's one of the best movies he's seen, man." He's adamant it'll win Best Picture. I was like, "Nah, man." But I would say that it would be a good movie because why would it be on the list, right? So yeah, it's
Can't knock it until you see it, eh?
yeah, that's right. So I'm keen to see Hamnet, see what the fuss is all about. When it comes to, because it's about William Shakespeare, his son.
Yeah, I'm a bit iffy with this kind of movies.
Well, the thing about William Shakespeare, his stories like Romeo and Juliet and all that kind of stuff. The themes of his films, themes of his plays, right? Of his stories. It's all about the human condition, right?
Yeah.
It's like how we deal with romance, other people, tragedy, and all that kind of stuff. Everything that hits your fucking why we like going to the movies. These types of stories, and this is why William Shakespeare is famous, bro. Because all his stories hit somewhere in your mind or your heart, man. The themes and all his stories, man. So, to have those elements from William Shakespeare's stories into movies, I think a big part of it is going to be into Hamnet. So if it's about tragedy, if it's about the human condition, it's gonna be thought provoking, and that's why I think a lot of these Best Picture movies are deserve to be in the list, the top 10 list of Best Picture movies, because they are all thought provoking, man. It's got to do with the human condition. There's something got to do with how we live in society, the character arcs, how we can see ourselves in these characters, and that kind of stuff. For One Battle After Another, a lot of politics in there, a lot of political stuff in there that's relevant right now. It's just a good story about what can happen to a revolution. If there is a revolution, what happens to a revolution when it's sort of like it's dumbed down?
Yeah.
What happens to society? I think with Hamnet, you're gonna get a lot of the themes that come out of Shakespeare stuff, and that's why F1. I have trouble thinking about F1. What is that other than being just entertaining?
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
what is the meaning of some of these themes can come out of F1? Like, you got a guy, Brad Pitt, coming in, and he's like the man back in the days, and comes in to save the day, and he does, and it's like, okay, it's like, where's the fort in that movie? It's like, is it all about just the action? Because the action was engaging to me. The race car scenes was engaging. It's one of those stories where you don't have to think much. You could just watch it as it is, and there's nothing that comes out of it that makes you think about your life or anything like that. But these other movies do, right?
Yeah.
These other movies do. Sinners, Sinners talks about the power of music and black culture, right? And it juxtaposes that against white music when the vampires are like the Irish, the Irish, they got the old folk music, the old traditional Irish music, battling against the music that's going to evolve and what black music does. Like, black music starts rock and roll, black music starts hip hop, black music starts pop music, black music starts R&B. Black music is a start of what we all listen to right now, right?
Yeah.
So that's powerful, and it's just that's the main theme of Sinners, like the power of music, and it's sort of like a statement for me, like to remind us that black culture is, well, whether you're racist or not, you can't help, but that black culture is everywhere around us, Hip hop,
It's in everything.
hip hop is in everything. The clothes we wear influence the clothes we wear. It's in basketball. When you watch a basketball, anywhere where there's black culture, there's gonna be black music, and it influences everything. So that was a cool theme that comes out of Sinners. So I'm trying to point out that a lot of these movies that are nominated for Best Picture has something in them that you can think about, right? That's pretty cool. So, which comes to the movie I want to talk about. That's one of the movies that is nominated for Best Picture. It's Sentimental Value. It's a Norwegian movie, and it's subtitled. And man, I watched that in the weekend, and man, it was a cool movie, man. I loved it because a lot of the themes that come out just touch my heart, eh? Like, like the story is about a house. So in the context, the story is about a house that's in the family for 4 generations, right? And this house, up until now, it's the father. That's his family house. He's inherited it. He's got his wife, and they got 2 kids and 2 sisters, right? And he divorces his wife. Now the father, he's a director. He's a movie director.
Yeah.
And he divorces his wife, and he takes off. He leaves the house and takes off. I think he goes to a different country. And the kids, the 2 girls, they're still young. They're still like primary school kids. So that's the background of the film, and then the film just shows us that in flashbacks. But the film starts off with the mother. The mother's passed away. The 2 sisters, they're adults. The younger sister's got a husband and a kid. The other sister, the older one, she's an actress, and she does theatre, and she's single. And they're just preparing the funeral for their mother. And the funeral's already done. Oh, yeah, the funeral, and they have the wake in the house, because the 2 sisters aren't living in the house, because the mum was living in the house, but the mum's a psychiatrist, right? And her office is in the house, right? So the mum passes away, so they have the wake at the house, and the dad he shows up, and the 2 sisters haven't seen their dad for years, right? The dad shows up, and they think the dad's come to take the house. But the kids, they want to sell the house and split the money. But then they realize that because they think when the dad divorced, he gave the house to his ex-wife, to their mum.
Yeah.
But he didn't. It didn't happen. He still owns the house. So, but that was okay. They just learned that, and the dad was gonna. But the dad, he wrote a script. And he wrote a script about a movie about his mum. And his mum committed suicide in the house, like ages ago, right? When he was a kid, and he wrote a script, and he was going to make a movie about it, right? And he wanted his older daughter to play the mum, but she refused, right? So she refused. She doesn't want anything to do with it. The two sisters are sort of pissed off at him because he left when they were kids, and he never was around, and it was a strange dad. Like all of a sudden he comes back and it's like, hey, what the hell? so they're not really forgiving like that, right? So there's a bit of tension there. Anyway, she refused. The older sister refuses the job. She wants to play the actress. And then he goes out and finds this American girl, and gets her to play the part. But he wants to film the film in his house. So yeah, so that's just what the story's about, and it just goes along, and you just find out things about it's the main themes on the story is about family problems, communication problems between the sisters and the dad, what happens when the dad leaves, and how the kids feel, and it's about it's just this it's emotional film, because you feel for the dad too, because he had to do what he had to do, but you feel for the kids too, because they had to do what they had to do, and now the dad's trying to come back, but he doesn't know how to come back, and the kids don't know how to accept him. So it's like this tension between them, and now the dad wants to make this new film, and they don't want to be a part of it, but he's doing it anyway. Yeah, that's the conflict that's happening, and then you just find out later that things don't not go to plan, and then at the end it's like at the end it's a cool ending, man. It's a cool ending because things sort of work out and don't work out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it touched me because a lot of the themes coming through it is about home. It's about home, your home. Where do you go if you got no home? You go home, right? Like when you're lost in the world, where do you go? You should be able to go back home, right? Go back home where you're brought up, your safe space, right? So it enforces that thing about home, and that's what I thought about my home. Like as a place you can come to all the time, like and you'll be safe no matter when. But then it was about communication too with your family. If you got like it's like it's bad if you not talking to your dad, not talking to your mum. Yeah, you argue and you don't talk. You shouldn't. Or if you talk to your siblings, don't talk to them anymore. And you should reconcile. So.
Especially in island families,
Yeah. And just knowing that, you can always come home. These are some of the stuff that I touched on, but there's a lot more to it.
Yep.
But it's a beautiful story. It's It's shot well. It's shot small, so you don't get a whole big scenery like Train Dreams. Train Dreams is a big cinematic sort of experience, but this is like a smaller inside the house. But the whole context of a house, the symbol of the house in this film, it's part of the story too, because that's the home, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it's just I love the lessons that these characters learn at the end of the film. Even the dad learns a lesson, the sisters learn their lesson too, and it comes together at the end. But yeah, man, it's one of those films. It's a feel-good film at the same time, but there's a lot to think about if you're like you could relate to what's going on. And the cool thing about this, it's a Norwegian film, right? So these are white people. You're watching white people having these kind of problems, and and it's like, but nah, every family will have these problems, man. Every family will have these problems, and specifically, this is how they worked it out. Well, this is what happens to them. So. Yeah, it's an adult movie not because it's rude or anything, just like adult themes. Like, you really gotta understand where these characters come from to enjoy the film. Like, yeah, it's one of those feel good.
I see Skarsgård's part of the cast as well. So I think he acts as the father.
He's the father. Yeah, he's the father.
Yeah, I like his acting, bro. He's the man.
So he got nominated for Best Actor award or Best Supporting Actor.
Not surprised.
And sister, she got nominated for Best Actress.
Which one? Is that the youngest or the
older sister? Because it's really about her.
Yeah.
And the director, the Norwegian director, he got nominated for Best Director. So yeah, a lot of
Nice.
nominations for Sentimental Value. It's a good story. It's a good film too. So that's that one. So you know what? And I was thinking, that's why I think F1 is like the probably last on the list there out of these films.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how to explain it, but I reckon F1's got a chance of being in the top 5.
Yeah.
But but the top placing definitely not up there in top 3. But it's definitely in top 5.
Even Begonia, like the themes are coming out of that movie.
Yeah,
That's cool
crazy.
too. Like how people like conspiracy first.
They will love this movie. They will absolutely love it.
Conspiracy first against the the rich
Especially-
people, the CEOs and that.
Especially the thing about the bees, because I hear a lot of conspiracy theories about bees dying all over the planet. And they have a lot to say about that shit. So if they watch this movie, they're definitely going to go, see, I told you they're killing the bees. It's like, holy shit, bro.
Okay, let's get to where we are supposed to be doing on this podcast. So we are here to talk about, a new series on HBO. It's a spin-off to the Game of Thrones series, right? And it's called Knights of the Seven Kingdoms, starring Peter Cleffy as Sir Duncan the Tall.
I haven't seen this actor before, but fuck, he's tall as shit.
Yeah, he's big and tall, man.
Bro,
But,
he's massive.
Yeah, man.
I
we
would
are
say
here to,
massive.
yeah, man. We're here to talk a Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and the first 2 episodes dropped already. It's been 2 weeks now, 2 episodes. So we're going to talk about both the episodes as one. So if you guys haven't seen the series yet on HBO, I suggest you stop this podcast right now.
Check it out.
Check it out, and then come back, listen to us, break it down. We're about to do the channel 1 through 5 episode recaps.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Okay, episode 1, The Hedge Knight, directed by Owen Harris, written by Ira Parker. Dunk, a young squire buries his deceased mentor, Sir Alan of Pennytree, taking his sword, shield, and 3 horses. He travels to the town of Ashford for an upcoming tournament. And then Dunk meets a bold child who asks to be his squire for the tournament, but Dunk refuses. After reaching Ashford, Dunk meets Plummer, Ashford's steward, and requests to enter the tournament, but Plummer says someone must vouch for him. Dunk seeks out Sir Manfred Dondarian, whom Arian served. But 2 prostitutes claim Manfred is unavailable and mock Dunk's poor, ragged hedge knight appearance. While wandering the tournament grounds, Dunk encounters hostile knight Sir Stephen Fosselway and his squire Raymond Fosselway, and watches a puppet show featuring a fire-breathing dragon performed by Tencel. Raymond later asks Dunk to Sir Lionel Baratheon's tent, where he feasts and dances with Lionel, but the latter downplays Dunk's chances in the tournament. Dunk soon finds Manfred, who refuses to vouch for him. He then re-encounters the bold child, who calls himself Egg, and Dunk names himself Sir Duncan the Tall. Dunk agrees to make Egg his squire, and they see a shooting star which Egg claims will bring them good luck. Right, episode 2, Hard Salt Beef, directed by Owen Harris, written by Azira Barnes and Ira Parker. Dunk utilizes Arian to numerous participants at the tournament, including Lord Leo Tyrell, but no one remembers Arian serving them. He then witnesses the arrival of Targaryen princes Baela, Maker, and Arian. The King's Guard, Sir Roland Craighall and Sir Donald of Duncansdale question Dunk's legitimacy as a knight. Dunk overhears that Maker's children, Daeron and Aegon, are missing and asks the Targaryens to vouch for him. Baela remembers Arian and vouches for Dunk, but tells him to create his own coat of arms. Dunk and Egg watch one of the Tenzel's performance about Florian the Fool, and an infatuated Dunk asks Tenzel to paint his new coat of arms. Lionel drafts Dunk and Egg to help in the tug-of-war game, which they win. Dunk later sells a horse to afford the new armor from blacksmith Steely Pate. The tournament begins as Dunk and Egg watch the first jousting matches, which include Prince Valar Targaryen and Lord Midgar Tully among the participants. Dunk becomes despondent with the realization that Arian has no legacy because he achieved nothing in life, and that he faces the possibility of ending up exactly the same. And that was your very long Channel 1 through 5 episodes recap. Alright, Us, man, your first thoughts of the series, bro?
Yeah, it's very different from Game of Thrones, eh? Like even House of Dragons or the original Game of Thrones. There's a lot more. I want to say a lot. There's a bit of humor in this one, and a lot. I think a lot more heart in it. There's hardly any politics. Like in the first 2 episodes, we haven't had any scheming or side scheming counters. In the first 2 episodes. And the other thing too, the episodes are quite short. So, yeah, all in all, it's totally different from Game of Thrones. But you kind of get the feel, the sets and the themes and that coming out of the show. You do get the Game of Thrones thing to it. I think that the other thing is because there's some characters in here and some of the stuff that we can relate to House of the Dragon or the up and coming Game of the Thrones, the original TV series in this show. But other than that, yeah, I think because of those differences, I like it. I like it. It's not as dark and and gnarly as Game of Thrones. It's like quite happy kind of. But I hope it doesn't stay like that. I'm hoping for some kind of story arc that kind of changes it a little bit, or else it's gonna be boring. If everything's all basic and happy all the time, it's not gonna be fun. So yeah, I'm expecting some major character arcs. I think, especially for our 2 main characters. Anyway, how about you?
I loved it, man. I loved it because it was different to the Game of Thrones, what we've seen in the Game of Thrones, and just exactly like you said, man. Like the lack of politics in this, the lack of these highborn characters, these kings, these courts, like what we're used to, right? We see all these characters, what we used to in Game of Thrones, already established as a character. Every single character we've seen in Game of Thrones, we start off at where they are. Like Jon Snow, he already knows how to fight. He's a warrior already, except for the kids, the North kids, like. But they're the ones that grow into it. So, but they're still coming up under their royalties, right?
Yeah.
So there's no one that we've seen start from scratch, start from nothing, And this what this character, Sir Duncan is. He's a guy that starts from scratch, and we're gonna start his journey with nothing. He's got nothing, man. He's literally got nothing. He's got 3 horses. He's got a rope for a belt. He's got these. He's wearing these sacks, and he's got no he's got one goal, and that's just to be a knight, and that's a simple goal. He doesn't want to be the best knight in the world. He doesn't want to be the most powerful knight. All he wants to do is he just wants to be a knight. He wants to honor his knighthood that he thinks he got from the old man, Arian of Pennytree. And he realizes he needs a witness, to legitimize it. And even Sir Aaron Pennytree, he wasn't even like a well-known knight, like a powerful knight, or he was just a knight who's probably abusing his knighthood, just going around banging women.
Right? That guy was a man whore.
Man whore, teaching them not teaching them. But I liked how the way we're introduced with these characters and the story. We're in the universe of Game of Thrones, and already, we're in the we're in areas of the universe where doesn't get too much attention in the Game of Thrones series and in House of the Dragon. Like when the Targaryens on their horses and they run through the villages. Yeah, that's the only time we see the village, when the kings and soldiers run through it, but we never see the characters in the village. And we are now focusing on the village level characters, right? And this is where Duncan the Tall is. He's like starting from scratch, man. Like,
Bro, that man is in the bushes. He's like,
yeah, he's a hedge knight.
he's
So
like
that's a
next to a
term.
tree.
And yeah, that's right. And that's a term we aren't too familiar with, like a hedge knight. What is a hedge knight? Well, a
Yeah.
hedge knight is a knight that doesn't have a house. Like he just, he lives in the forest. He's got no home. He's got no house.
I was wondering why they keep on dissing him, eh? Like, they keep on, busting his nuts. Like, looking at him, he's not even dressed like a knight, He doesn't even have the proper attire. No emblems, no nothing, no house. Just a couple of horses and, what do you call him?
Shield and sword.
Yeah,
And
and,
squire.
Squire, that's the one.
Yeah.
Far.
So
good.
but that was one of the cool things I liked about the show. The way we're introduced to these characters, start from scratch. Another thing is that and I mentioned before, like we're on the ground floor of Game of Thrones. We're on the ground level. We're at the bottom of the heap of we haven't focused on these kind of characters before that are just in the villages and that, and also the comedy of it, man. The comedy of that's funny, man. Like. The first scene in the first episode where, he buries his master and then, the camera's above him, looking down at him, and he's thinking of what he's going to do. Right, I'm going to enter the tournament. And you hear the Game of Thrones music just slowly building up in the background.
Yeah.
And then next minute it stops and cuts away to him taking a shit. Like as if you take a shit on the Game of Thrones, The symbolism of that, taking the shit on the Game of Thrones, because this is the series telling us, look, man, this ain't Game of Thrones, right? This is something else. This is something different. This is, and that's cool, man. That's cool. That's why, man. That's the first time you realize, and we're only like 5 minutes in. This series is gonna be different to any other thing we've seen on Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones or House of Dragon. This is comedic spin on this character, right? And he is funny, man. He's clumsy. He's sort of
Yeah, he's really, really
he's
super
gullible.
basic. Just
Gullible.
absolutely basic, simple.
Yeah, clumsy and gullible, and simple.
Yeah, he just wants basic things. As long as he's eating and he's got shelter, he's fine.
Well, he's not your typical hero.
No,
right?
He's not.
He's built like one, but his mind is not your typical hero. And that was the funny thing when you get to know Egg through these two episodes. Like, Egg is smart, eh? He's smart.
Very smart.
He's very smart. And it's almost like, to be a top-notch knight, like, you got to have the brawn and power like we think Duncan has.
Yeah.
Like,
but you also got to have smarts.
And you got to have smart, and that's what Egg has. So if there were one person, there will be the perfect knight.
King, perfect king and knight. Yeah, I think that's why I like Egg so much.
Yeah, well, you like these characters so much because it looks like a buddy cop film, like what we're gonna see. Like we're gonna see this is the Game of Thrones version of Mandalorian and Grogu, right? You got a young kid. You got the master. You used to have the old man to be the master, and now he's the master. The princess is now the master, and he's got a new apprentice, right? So yeah, all of that stuff, but. For me, I love those two things. I like the characters, how we start off with the characters. I'm interested in how these characters will grow because obviously these guys are gonna turn into superheroes. But it's funny how the way they are right now, right? Especially Dunk. I like the comedy of it. There's a lot of comedy going on, especially the flashback scenes. Like when Duncan's like showing off, he's telling the story, and then when you flash back, it's not even that.
Yeah, I like the. I like the old fella how he was like, this little slap on the head kind of reminded me of my upbringing as well. When you talk back to your dad and your dad gives you a slap. I was like, shit, he gives he slapped me.
Well, there was that part when he was explaining. Well, Sir Aaron of Penitry, he knighted me. And then the flashback to when he was on the horse riding behind him. Oh, are you going to knight me? Am I going to be a knight?
Yeah.
And Aaron doesn't even say anything. He just spits the apple out. So you don't even know if it happened or not, eh?
He's like, am I knighted or?
So that's funny. So there's a lot of funny parts, man. There's a lot of funny bits to this, and I love it, man. I love it. And already, man, it's different to what we've seen before in Game of Thrones. Like, you mentioned there's no politics. We don't need politics at the moment. Like, that's all in the periphery. We don't really know the landscape of who's on the Iron Throne. Who is on the Iron Throne? It's not the Targaryen we saw. Eh?
Nah, it's... Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know who goes after... Who was on the Iron Throne before in the House of Dragons? Oh, the son name. Shit, I forgot his name.
What was the Mad King in Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones starts?
Yeah, because
So we
it'll
don't see all
be...
that stuff.
It'll be one of Maker's sons. One of them will have the Mad King.
Yeah.
We'll have their offspring, and then the Mad King will... Yeah, 100 years later. Ta-da.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's lots to like about the series A. I love it. I love
Yeah,
I love the... It's
too.
entertaining, man. It's entertaining because
Oh,
you sort of like scratch your head with some of the things Duncan does, but you also want him to win, and I'm just fascinated in how he's gonna win. You know, how he's gonna get to be this legendary knight at the end of the whole series. Eh?
yeah, well, we saw a bit of a strength there on the tug of war. And, bro, there's like, how many guys were on the opposite side? I don't know. I never counted, but his little, like, he gave it his all. He started making the changes in that tug of war. So, he's definitely got the strength, but he's going to need more than that, I guess.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, I just can't wait to watch, see what happens. Because already we got, another thing you mentioned was they're short, eh? So,
Yeah.
the 2 episodes could have been 1 episode. Eh.
Yeah.
The 2 episodes we got now could have been 1 episode. So, yeah, it's just, and the dynamic. The other thing I like about it is the dynamic between the two main characters, Egg and Duncan. Because there's a lot of scenes where you can tell Egg's intelligent, right? And Duncan's like, duh. And Egg's trying to save him in some places, some cases. When Duncan's trying to talk to the girl, the puppet girl, like he was like, couldn't say anything. And you can see Egg, he's like, say something, like with his eyes.
Yeah.
And then when he says the wrong thing, Egg comes in and tries to save the day, and like
He definitely doesn't know how to talk to a girl. Like,
he doesn't know how to talk to the girl. Egg's like
got more
saving his
tummy than
ass.
him.
Like when he says, "Oh, I'm Duncan the Tall," and she goes, "Yeah, the guys used to tease me like I'm too tall," and he goes, "Nah, you're good for.
And
No,
he's
you're
like,
not too tall. You're just right for." And he stops, and then she's like, "Just right for what?" And then Egg was like, right for he says something. Yeah, what is?
yeah. I had no idea. Forgot.
You're right for puppets. You're right.
Yeah,
for
that's
puppets.
right. Yeah, that's right.
And Duncan goes, yeah, puppets.
Oh, the Eats guy.
Bro.
You're the right height for me.
But even when straight after that scene, he's having a beer, and Egg's talking to him, mate. Egg's saying, "Man, I wish I was big and strong."
Yeah.
Remember?
Yes.
And Duncan's like, "Oh, I wish I was a knight. Oh, I wish I was, I wish I wasn't stupid. People call me stupid."
Yeah.
And then
I'm
Egg
not
goes,
stupid.
And what do you do when people call you stupid?
That's right. He goes, "What do you mean?" He doesn't say anything, eh? Okay, I thought you were gonna help you explain. I was like, "Explain what?" I was like, "Bro,
Man. So yeah, lots to like about this series, eh? Lots to like.
Yeah.
The characters are cool, man, and the world, that part of the Game of Thrones world, that part of Westeros, what we're focusing on, that's interesting to me, and man, the way Duncan's treated, eh?
yeah."
Like
It's
all those knights are like
all the kings and
be
the
the
knights and
be the
stuff.
man, eh? And then this guy,
He's like, "Wait, who is this guy?
yeah.
What is he doing here?" They go, "What the f?" Oh my gosh.
So going back to the first episode, what was some of the scenes you liked?
Shit, first episode. Trying to remember because I actually just watched the second episode last night, and that was pretty good. From what I can remember from the first episode, probably where he met the boy first and his interaction with the king. Is it the Baratheon king?
Sir Lionel Baratheon, knight.
Yeah.
Mm.
They were setting up all the Joist festival or whatever they do.
Yeah.
I think during those 2 moments, I think. I remember.
Yeah, that's
correctly.
interesting because he makes his way to that tent and he's got free food, free drink,
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
and he's
That guy-
like, lucky, he's big and tall, so everyone can see him. And I think the perfume guy tells him to come over to his table, and like they were talking to a man, like, man, how come you're slouching over? You should use your height.
Yeah. They actually thought he was like there to kill him. Me.
Yeah,
He was
'Cause
suspicious
they,
of him.
They asked him why he was there,
Yeah.
and he said, "Oh, he didn't know."
He was just there for the
And
food.
it's- oh, so you had to kill me? Is that why? Is that why you're here?
And it's like, huh? It's like, silly.
I'm just here for the food. And then Barafin goes, "Oh yeah, makes sense." But he becomes his friend, eh? He becomes his friend.
Yep.
But then he's drunk, so not sure if he remembers him. But they always talked about him how big he is, eh?
Yeah, like you even hear it in the old Game of Thrones. But bro, this guy is tall ass.
Mm.
Like I don't think he's probably around about the same height as who is it? The Mountain and the Hound.
Mm,
It
yeah,
looks like roughly their height. I was
yeah,
like, holy shit, he's a big bastard.
yeah. There was, it's cool to come into this because you see the other houses that we're familiar with.
Yeah.
Like you look at their banners, eh, and you know where they're from. I don't know about those Apple people though. We haven't seen them. See those guys with the Apple?
The apples.
Yeah, when there was
Oh yes.
that knight was fighting his squire, which is his brother, his younger
Yep.
brother, and he said, "Man, you're useless." Like he beat him, and he goes, "Useless." And so you, the tall guy, come here.
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
go at
that's
me.
right. Wow, very aggressive too, eh? They're like, oh,
Yeah. So it's funny because that tells me like they know, but they acknowledge how big he was.
yeah,
So
but
they
they're not,
understand he's big, but they're
Yeah.
not scared, eh?
nah, it's like, you gotta have balls.
Yeah.
And that guy doesn't have any.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean,
So-
meaning like you gotta be confident in himself, and he doesn't have any of that.
That's right. And that's probably the big flaw he has, confidence, eh?
Yeah,
Confidence.
which Egg does have. That's
Egg has confidence and knowledge.
definitely, yeah. I think
But
it's
can't
because of his
enforce it.
upbringing. Yeah, he doesn't have
Yeah.
the power to.
Yeah, that's right. But with Duncan, all he knows is what he knows.
Yeah,
And
well,
I
of
feel
course.
I feel like maybe he's looking at what he's looking at, and maybe he's in over his head, maybe, and he feels like damn. But it's funny because all through episode 1 and 2, you see Duncan interacting with everyone else, all the other knights,
Yeah,
and he's like the guy that lowers his head, too shy, or doesn't know what to say, or I'm not sure if he's in awe or he feels like he's not meant to be there. He's not that type, but he's pushing through it. Hey, he's got this
Yeah,
anxiety about man, I'm here. I'm not acting confident. I just say it, but I'm not acting it. Because I remember when he was in the Targaryen place, and they asked him because he said, "Oh, I'm gonna fight bravely." And when he sold the stuff to the man that was giving him the armor,
yeah.
remember?
Also,
And he
Yep.
said, "Well, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna." And then the guy doing the armor, goes, "Oh, so who are these other people here for? Just watch you,
yeah, just to cheer you on.
just to cheer you on."
Yeah. Because it looks like in those days, people, the hierarchy of where you stand in society, that's like gives you better odds for you to win.
Mm.
And you being this guy being a hitch knight, even though he's big ass, strong,
Yeah.
doesn't have a chance on God's green earth to even make it to the top 5.
Yeah.
So they're all like they've already discarded him. Like, nah, you got no chance, bro. Even though this guy is massive and strong, they still don't give him because he doesn't have that, that confidence. Like, oh, but you do see him at the end of episode 2, right? Because he's starting to understand the more he interacts with these other kings and knights and stuff, he realizes that none of them have heard of his the old man. So he's like, shit, the old man's like, oh man, he wasn't even remembered for anything that he's done. And then that's why he's like, yep, I'm gonna make them remember, with my hand I can do something. So I don't know, he might be motivated in the next 3rd episode, but to get self-confidence in yourself, it takes a lot, man. It takes a lot.
You should just say, the guy with the big D. Bro.
What was that? I didn't get that, the start of episode 2. And he's just dangling there with his big diddle. I was like, shit, man. I was like, man, whore.
True to Game of Thrones, you got some nudity. That,
hard on.
The full frontal of the old man, like, coming out of after he banged that girl, like, and he walks out hung low, man. Like, what the fuck? He's unknown. Except for the king, or the king of what's the dragon? The House of the Dragon? What's the house name?
The Targaryen king.
Yeah.
Was he the king
of Targaryen or Targaryens? Is he? Targaryen.
No, I'm thinking of Prince Baelor.
What's the castle?
Shit.
Because there's no dragons now. They're all dead. The dragons.
Yeah, the dragons are all gone.
Yeah.
Because I know Prince Maker, the old fellow, the grumpy guy with the white hair. But who's the other one? The one with the brown hair. Shit. What's his name? The one that was actually sitting on the main chair.
Is it Baelor? Yeah.
Oh, it is Prince Baelor. Oh, yeah, yep. You're right. It's Prince Baelor.
Baelor Targaryen. Who is he? He's a heir to the throne.
Yeah, he's the next to the throne.
Oh, Darian II is the king, and he's the brother.
So there's him.
Oh, no, he's the eldest son of the king. So
eldest son of the king.
Yeah, he's the eldest son of the king, so he's next. And Maker's the other brother.
Okay. And then it's, okay, gotcha.
Okay, when we get introduced to Baelor, this is interesting because Baelor looks like a good guy. He's a reasonable dude, eh? He's like...
Not like his brother, eh?
Not like his brother, but not like any other knight that's around. No one gives Duncan a chance. No one gives him a chance, eh?
Yep.
Except for Baelor. Like, this is the first time we see Baelor just like, because you know why? Because that cool thing about his character is like he's interested. He doesn't know what he's interested in Duncan. He doesn't know why, but he's curious to see what's going to happen. So he actually lets him put his name down on the list.
Yeah, he also talks about the old fella, how he dueled with him, he joisted with him, and then for joist he gets him down, right?
Yeah.
Where the old man was telling Duncan that it was 7, but he was like, nah, bro, it was only 4. It was only 4 times. And I was like, oh, yes, forgive me, sir. I was like, bro, stop doing that shit. You gotta be a man. Those are some of the type of things that I think they notice. So they're like, oh, nah, this guy's a bit of a pussy.
So that tells me Baelor Targaryen is a smart man. Yeah, he's a smart man. The way he is, like, his brother's on the side, like, oh, fuck off, tells him to fuck off, and fuck, who cares? Like, I don't care. Like, fuck, who's this guy? Blah blah blah. And they dismiss him, right? But Baelor really wants to hear his story. He's interested in why he was hiding behind the corner. He asks him, what are you doing here? I want to be on the list. Why do you want to be on the list? And he goes, well, I'm trying to, I need to get acknowledgement that I'm a knight so I can be on the list, so I can prove myself and blah, blah, blah. And that's what Baelor's interested in. He's interested in that story. He can easily say, oh, nah, fuck off, you're not a knight. We don't care. I know who you're talking about, and I want to see how you're going to go. I don't know why I don't want to know, but I want to know. Like, he's interested.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing, man. And that shows what he's like. He's like those kind of guys that want to,
learn.
Might learn or might come, something might come out of it for him.
Because I saw the interaction with him and Maker, where Maker goes, how can you remember, someone from that far away? And he goes, and then his answer was like, it's my job to learn these things.
Yeah, that's right, man.
So his top priority is to be like an actual king. He must know his people. So
hard out. That's wise. That's a wise.
Yeah, hard.
This guy is gonna be wise when he's does he make it to a king?
I'm not too sure.
Does he make it to king? Man, he's gonna be wise, eh?
Yeah, if he does, bro, he's gonna be the man.
So like if this series is gonna show us all these knights who are assholes to our hero, Like we got no respect for the MMA, but you know we got some respect for Baylor Targaryen, the way he's acting there,
Yeah, and
giving this guy a chance.
and who's the Baratheon?
Yeah,
Sir Lionel?
yeah, Sir
Is it
Lionel,
Sir-
yeah.
Yeah, Sir Lionel Baratheon. Yeah, I reckon he's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's similar too.
Yeah.
He's
Like,
similar.
but he he reminds me of the big guy on the original series. You know, drink, party, women. Then he's just like, yeah, party.
He's a sociable guy.
Hard up, bro.
He's sociable.
Crack up.
He's a sociable friend. Well, yeah. Nah, you're right, man. You're absolutely right. Baylor Targaryen, man. This episode alone showed me he's badass.
Yeah. Very intelligent. Unlike our friend. Bro, that guy.
The coat of arms. So, yeah, that was another thing that Duncan learned. Like, you know, when they told him you can't inherit your master's coat of arms because you're not blood.
Yeah, he has to
Remember?
make his own name.
You gotta make your own, and that's probably what the missing piece to Duncan's puzzle in his head. What he needs to do. See, Duncan knows he needs to be a knight, be recognized as a knight, right?
Yeah.
He knows how to get there. He needs to go through the tournament and win, so he can win some armor, win the horse, win a helmet, you know, stuff like that. So he can at least look like a knight,
Yeah.
you know. But you know, there's something wrong because no one's giving him the respect he deserves, right? That's because he doesn't have an identity. He doesn't have an identity.
He needs
Right.
He needs like a what do they call it? Like a supporter, right? He needs a house, but he doesn't have
right.
he doesn't have Sigma. Anyway, Egg was telling him. Remember on the bridge, Egg was saying, "Why don't you just go be your own knight?" And he was telling him straight off, and he's like, "Oh nah, I need support or something." But I can't buy shields with flipping grass.
Yeah.
He's got no money, no nothing. We're gonna be eating tree leaves for the rest of the for the festival.
Yeah, that's right, man. And remember when they're eating?
Yeah.
And remember, because he met those two knights of the white armor.
Yeah. Well, what are they? The Knights of the
It was
King's Guard?
King's Guard, yes.
Yeah, that's
one
right.
was
'Cause
King's Guard. The one that said, "Oh, anywhere I can take a shit. Is there anywhere here I can take a shit?" And then
That
Sir
was
Donald
funny.
of Duncansdale. Apparently is a son of a crabber. And if you remember the crabbers on season 1 of Game of Thrones, they all get killed, remember?
Perhaps. Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, Damien, killed
Yeah.
most of them.
So, yeah, that's right. And so because he's a crabber, you know,
Rebel.
Duncan automatically thinks, oh, he was like me. He was a nothing like me, and he made it.
Yeah.
So now I can be like that too. And that's when it goes, nah, he had like half the ships, the crabber ships. He owned half of them.
Yeah. Basically, his hierarchy in society was higher than where you are.
Yeah. When he started, yeah. So
Oh, man.
remember, Duncan's starting from scratch, man. He's starting from nothing. He's literally got nothing. He's a hedge knight. He's got nothing.
And they pushed that through these 2 episodes. They reinforced it. Like, they really make you show that Duncan, that's all, has nothing to show. Nothing at all to start with.
Yeah, that's right.
Man, every corner he takes, it's like another put down. Or, stable boy, go attend to my horse. Shit like that. So it's like, wow. It's crack up, bro.
And the guy that said, "Get the fuck out of the way."
Oh, yeah, are you a Tigerian? yeah. Or
He
something
goes, "No."
Tigerian? No.
He goes, "No." Well, can you get the fuck out of my way?
Bro, if that was me, I would have stomped on that dude.
And he was like, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah. I was like, oh my god, stop saying you're sorry. I was literally saying that to the screen.
But I reckon, what he's got is power, and he's gonna do damage in whatever competition he does first. The joust there.
Yeah,
But
I
wait,
think,
when you look at the joust, when he was looking, I thought the look on his face was like, "What the fuck am I getting into?" Because there's some of those knights were mean, Like there's that knight that lost the shield, and then the horse came and he grabbed the
jump
shield,
back on the horse.
jumped back on the horse.
Yeah, I saw that. I think he'll be alright with speed and strength. But I think his agility and skills will lack unless the boy knows, knows more than him. Then hopefully they can help each other. But I was looking at the boy, how he was looking at those guys, grabbing the joists for the guys on the horse, and he was like looking at his hands, like, shit, can I do that?
True, yeah.
Like grab that flipping joist and then run along and give it to the guy. I was like, bro.
Well, he's gonna have to. He's gonna have to lift those joists, those joists, and give it to so Duncan on the horse, eh?
Bro, they're gonna need a third person, definitely, because that kid can't do it.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting next episode to see what happens in the first tournament. He takes part in.
Yeah. Should we talk about the spoiler? The spoiler with the kid.
Yeah. So you sort of figured that out, eh?
Yeah.
And how did you figure it
out? When Egg saw the Tigerian symbol, so, how the men were riding through, or whatever they call them, with the flags and the emblem
banners,
of the
banners.
Yeah, the banners, the Tigerian banner. When the kid sees that, he straight away kind of like freaks out a little.
Yeah, and
then he says to Duncan, like, "Oh, do you want me to attend to the horses and that?" And he's like, "Huh?" Like he's a bit stumbled, but he's like, "Oh yeah, no, yeah, do that." And then he told him, "Oh, we'll meet back here," blah blah blah. And he takes off, and you see the kid take off. It was only then, and then the second time was when they actually watched the first part of the joist thing where the guys were crashing at night. And then he got on Duncan's shoulders, and then he was looking at the guys sitting on top, where the royal family usually sits.
Yeah.
And then he kind of had that panic look again. So I was like, "Oh shit, the little shits are Tigerian." I was like, that's why he's got a baldy head. So no one,
So he ran away and shaved it.
Yeah, because of white hair. As soon as they see the white hair, they'll know he's a Tigerian. So it's like, shit. So he's Aeon's brother, eh? Is it Aaron?
He's Maker's son.
Yeah, Maker's
because
son.
Remember when Duncan was hiding behind the wall and the little girl comes up?
Yeah.
And he goes, "Shh, the prince lost his two sons. There's two kids, eh? Or one kid."
Yeah. I think he lost his son. It's because the other one is you remember the one that was telling him to attend to his horse? That's the brother to Egg. But I think there's one other brother.
Right.
There's one more. Yeah, I think there's one more.
So Aegon Targaryen is Egg's real name. And yeah, he ran away for a reason, because he shaved his head off. He doesn't want to go back to his family. But he wants to be a squire to the Hedge Knight, so...
Yeah, that's going to be interesting, because then, he's not brought up by... Yeah, man, we've seen the Targaryen family lifestyle through the House of Dragons, and mainly through the House of Dragons, and it's brutal. It's absolutely brutal, so I can understand why Egg took off. So
brothers finding brothers, cousins finding cousins.
And then they end up banging all their incest shit, but it looks like with him hanging out with Duncan, he might be brought up in a different way. Might come out more respectable and, more normal, I guess.
Yeah.
Not as crazy as those assholes.
Yeah, man, next episode, we're probably going to see some... Duncan finally get into the tournament, do some jousting, or do I don't know what other competitions they're doing. Is it just the joust or the other stuff? But
probably hand-to-hand combat kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and then a lot of jousting, I guess. And it looks like they go back and forth until they come off the horse.
Yeah,
it's like holy shit.
Pretty dangerous. Yeah, man. I think that's us. But yeah, man, this is a cool series, man. I'm enjoying it. I love how it's different to Game of Thrones and different to House of Dragon, and we've seen a different part of the universe. That's pretty cool. And these new characters, man, it's just awesome, man. Just it's like a complete U-turn, of what we're used to, which is refreshing, which is refreshing, and it reminds me about when we first started to watch Star Wars, the kids one. What's the kids one?
Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
Because Skeleton Crew was supposed to be something different. Take us back to a place in the Star Wars universe where we haven't seen characters we haven't seen before. The dynamics between the characters, different kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But you know, it was good, but I don't think it was good enough.
Yeah,
Hey.
well, it was aimed for a different kind of audience, I think.
Yeah, but it was different. But
See,
I think
like Endor.
Endor was different. Endor was probably the right way to go.
Endor was like the Game of Thrones version of Star Wars.
Yeah,
And Skeleton Crew was just like, nah, it was a totally different element.
yeah,
Like
but
kids version.
But what I'm thinking about is, you know how a knight in the Seven Kingdoms is different.
Yeah.
I'm comparing that to how Skeleton Crew is different.
Yeah.
But then you're right, Endor is different, right?
Yeah, same
And
universe, different. Yeah.
And I think with the fans, they love a series like Endor. I think with the fans that hated Game of Thrones ending, you know, you can come back to Game of Thrones this way, in a different way, and A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is that different way, and it's actually really good. And yeah, man, and for people that haven't even watched Game of Thrones or House of Dragon, you can actually start with A Knight's Kingdom, A Knight in Seven Kingdoms. You can actually start there and not worry about not seeing any other Game of Thrones stuff. So it's good for that kind of thing too. Your sound's kind of, your mic's not on. So anyway, yeah, that's us for another episode. We'll be back next week for episode 3 of A Knight in the Seven Kingdoms. Hopefully, also Stacey and Bob will jump on too after they've seen it. But yeah, man, thanks Eric for jumping on. That's me, Cams, and this is Channel 135. We're out. Bye.